guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. If you are new, my name is Khalayha, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave here today. Turn on your post bell notifications and all that. So boom, we are in quarantine right now, y'all, and I recently asked y'all on my Instagram, like, just give me a bunch of video ideas I can do because we bored in the house, me in the house bored. I wasn't bored in the house bored always. Like, I was working, but I am off for the next 2 weeks. I am considered an essential worker, but I got some off time, so we about to play on YouTube or whatever. So yeah, I was asking you guys for video suggestions, and I got a lot of y'all had suggested cooking videos, because if y'all follow me on Instagram, which by the way, if you don't worry, I'll wait. I'll give y'all 5 seconds, you know, pull out your phone and type in my Instagram and go follow it. So I'll wait. All right, so hope you guys follow my Instagram, but yeah, if y'all follow me, y'all would know that I be throwing down in the kitchen. All right, I gets busy. Your girl cooks, and I does my thing. So, but in order to make this video a little more interesting, I decided to do something that I've never made before. So as you guys can tell by the title, today I am making barbecue jerk chicken Rasta pasta. Yes, y'all, and I do not have a Caribbean bone in my body. I've had it a couple of times, like I've had Rasta pasta before, and if you ask me, it tastes like Alfredo, so I'm assuming it's basically the same thing. But I have a friend who cooks, and she told me like the only main difference is that they put jerk seasoning in it. So don't kill me, don't come for me in the comments if you are Caribbean and I just so happen to do it the wrong way, because I feel like that's also what's gonna make this video fun. Like, I ain't watched nobody's video or tutorial on how to make this. I'm just acting like I'm making Alfredo and throwing some, mind you, I never even made Alfredo from scratch. Again, don't come for me. I do buy the canned Alfredo sauce. Nobody got time for that. So yeah, I just felt like that was gonna make this video that much more interesting. I am starting the video off in like the dining room den area because the lighting in the kitchen is terrible, y'all. I even tried to set up my ring light and I'm just not liking it, so y'all probably won't be seeing my face for the rest of this video. And I haven't really decided if I'm gonna do commentary or voiceover yet, but this is why I don't do cooking videos, y'all. Like, at my apartment, my kitchen is just not up to par for YouTube. This kitchen's nice, but then the lighting is trash. So I guess I'm gonna have to do cooking videos in the morning, but this is dinner, so I wanted to wait tonight. All right, whatever, I'm chatting, y'all, so we gonna go right into the kitchen and I'm gonna show y'all all of our ingredients and we gonna get this work started. All right, you guys, so I have everything that we're gonna be using today laid out. I have some penne, I don't know how to say this, the noodles that you're gonna use for your Rasta pasta. I have a red and green bell pepper. They're not sweet, it's the regular peppers. I have a bunch of seasonings. I don't really know how many of these I'm gonna actually use, but I will clearly talk y'all through as I'm seasoning the chicken. I have the jerk seasoning, which is very essential, the heavy whipping cream. I got Parmesan cheese, and behind that is mild cheddar, and then I have the barbecue sauce over here, but that'll come more towards the end. Then we have the star of the show right here, the bacon. Okay, so as y'all can see, it says chicken breasts. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna fillet them because they're kind of thick. So we're gonna fillet these breasts, season them, put them, matter of fact, this is what we about to start doing. So we're actually gonna start off by first putting water in the pot to boil.
I have water in my cup. Use mine.
You have water in your cup?
Use mine.
I got my own. You could keep yours. It ain't no specific amount of water, y'all, because you're still gonna have to drain the noodles. So we just gonna fill it up till you feel like it's enough to cover your noodles at least. So I put a lot of water. So I'm gonna put this on the stove and get it going. Y'all can kind of see the line and where it stops with how much water I put in. So I went ahead and salted the water, and it's now starting to, well, it's not starting to boil. I just put it over the heat on the stove. Now we got our chicken here, hands clean, chicken clean, and chicken here. So again, we're using breasts, so I'm gonna fillet them. They're actually not that thick, but I'm gonna fillet them just because. So first, what I do with my like chicken breasts and tenderloins and all that, first of all, this white stuff on it, I don't know what it is, but it gotta go. So I be cutting it off. So So these are our filleted breasts. I'm about to season it. I'll probably just speed through this process, but I will try to show you guys all the seasons that I put in before I put it in. Being that I cut them in half, I'm gonna season it less than I normally would have if it was a thicker cut, because being that it's thinner, less is more. I don't know if that's making sense to y'all, but being that they're thinner sliced, it's better to be lightly seasoned rather than how you would season it if it was a whole breast. So I'm about to wash my hands, open up my seasonings, and we're gonna start throwing stuff in here. I went ahead and washed my hands, so I'm not gonna touch it, but this is what our chicken is looking like all season. I'm actually about to go ahead and throw in the jerk seasoning now. So I ain't gonna put that much. I'm using a fork, yes. I'm really eyeballing it, y'all. I'm gonna put like 2 of these, mix it up, and see how it's looking. Cause this is also gonna be in the sauce, in like the pasta sauce. So like I don't want it to be too much. I'm gonna use my hands, okay? I'll just use my left hand if I need to add more. I don't know, I feel like the jerk seasoning is like the star of the meal. So it's like, is there really such thing as too much? Like, nah, it's such thing as too much. I'm going in for a 3rd one with my left hand, so, okay. 3rd scoop. This is all I'm gonna put on the actual chicken. Like I said, I'm making a barbecue jerk chicken Rasta pasta, so I'm gonna have a barbecue sauce that goes over this. If anything, I'll add more seasoning to the barbecue sauce, if that makes sense. So this is all I'm gonna put on the actual chicken. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. Our water is actually boiling for our noodles, so I'm going to put the noodles in, cut up the peppers, and then we're gonna start working on the chicken. And as the chicken is working, we are going to start on our sauce. So here we have our boiling water, and when I'm making pastas, I salt my water. So let me put it to the big one. You're just gonna add some salt in here. That calmed down the boiling a little bit, if y'all ask me. Gonna open this up and literally just pour it in. Just gonna stir it up. So now, me personally, I don't put oil or any butter or anything in my noodles while they're boiling, because I actually read somewhere that makes it harder for the sauce to actually grip on the noodles, because like the oil makes it slippery. So I just boil it like this, stirring occasionally so they don't get stuck together. So we're gonna let this boil. This shouldn't take long because it was boiling like really high. So we have our peppers rinsed off and all clean. So I'm gonna use a different knife, but I'm not sure how well this knife cuts, but let's hope it does what it needs to do. I don't know. I feel like yeah, I think I'm gonna change that, but like this knife is too small. Okay, so I just cut off the top and the bottom of my peppers. I'm gonna set these pieces to the side. So then from there, we're gonna go around and take out the insides. Shout out to Chipotle for teaching me how to cut peppers and onions. If y'all didn't know, your girl used to work at Chipotle like 5 years ago. So we just taking out the middle section of the pepper. Okay. From there, I'm gonna cut this piece in half. And depending how long you want your peppers, you can either start slicing them this way or this way. I think I'm gonna go this way. So here is our cut up peppers. I feel like this should be more than enough. If anything, I'll come back and cut those scraps, but our noodles, let me check on them. All right, our noodles aren't ready or even close to ready, so we're gonna get started on the chicken. All right, so I already had the pan heating up as I was cutting the peppers and onions. What I'm gonna do is I poured a little bit of vegetable oil in here. I'm just gonna spread it at the bottom because we're not frying the chicken, but I don't want it to get stuck, so. So I'm gonna let that warm up a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and insert as much chicken as I can, for real. If I would have kept them whole breasts, it all probably would have fit, but I don't think it's all gonna fit now, but that's all right. Y'all, I am so sad. So as the oil was heating up, I was like, all right, let me get started on my little barbecue jerk sauce. By the way, the noodles are done. They're running under cold water right now to stop the cooking process. But y'all, I had asked them when we went to go buy all of the stuff for me to even make this in the first place, I had asked if there was barbecue sauce, and they said yes. Y'all, the barbecue sauce is expired. So we are just having jerk chicken Rasta pasta, y'all. Ain't no barbecue sauce, it's just gonna be chicken. So looks like I can only fit 3 pieces at a time, so I'm gonna cook this first batch and the second batch. Wait. I'm gonna cook this first batch. When this batch is done, that's when I'm gonna start on the Rasta pasta sauce. So as the butter is melting, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my peppers. Get these cooked down a bit. I'm actually gonna put a lid on it to let it, the steam kind of steam them so they don't burn all the way through. I don't know if that made sense to y'all, but I know what I'm trying to do in my head, so it makes sense to me. All right, you guys, so this is what our peppers are looking like. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in another piece of butter. Let that melt. And I'm gonna start pouring in the heavy whipping cream. This side of chicken over here is practically done, by the way, y'all. So the heavy whipping cream is your sauce. So basically you're just gonna use as much as you think is gonna cover your noodles. I'm gonna let that cook. I'm gonna take the chicken off real quick. So this is on low heat right now. I'm gonna add a little more whipping cream. From there, I'm gonna add like 2 forks of the Rasta pasta sauce. I mean, the Rasta pasta sauce, the jerk sauce, y'all. That's what I'm at. I'm gonna stir that up. As this is cooking, if I feel like I need more sauce, it's nothing to add more whipping cream. I'm sorry, I ain't got no measurements for y'all. Again, this is my first time doing this. I'm not using a recipe, so I'm gonna take the Parmesan cheese. Gonna sprinkle in a lot. I'm gonna add in a little more Parmesan, and then I'm gonna throw some mild cheddar up in there. Okay, so far y'all, it's really good. Definitely giving me the whole Rasta pasta vibe. I'm just gonna let that cook down a little bit because the cheese is not fully melted. Again, I do have the burner on low heat, so you don't want to leave this unattended for too long because the cheese will start to stick to the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just this much more jerk seasoning. Stir that in. And honestly, from when I tasted it, I may not even have to add any seasonings like I said, because it's good, y'all. I think I'm gonna add some more cream because I do have a lot of noodles. Like, I'd rather it be saucy than dry, you know? So this is what our cheese sauce is looking like thus far. I'm gonna go ahead and start pouring in our noodles. So this is all the noodles that I'm gonna pour in there. There's still some liquid at the bottom of the pan, and I don't want to put any more noodles because that's gonna soak it up and it's gonna be too dry. So what I'm gonna do from here, my aunt actually has some Caribbean jerk seasoning, so I'm gonna put a little bit of that, a little bit of seasonal, and I'm gonna stir it up. Mind y'all, the burner is still on. I also didn't cook my noodles. They're soft, don't get me wrong. Like, I can eat it like this, but I didn't overcook them, if that makes sense. So it is still cooking right now with the sauce. So with this part of the process, I guess it all depends on how you're going to serve your Rasta pasta. Most people do mix the meat in their pasta already, but I want to serve it on top or separately. So what I'm gonna do is slice it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my chicken breast from the pan, and I'm gonna slice it like this. It's hot, so, but y'all see the inside. Let me get a zoom in on the juiciness. Hopefully I can zoom in that close up. Y'all, it's juicy, okay? But like I said, it's also hot, so yeah, I'm just cutting it diagonally. So this is our final product, and honestly y'all, the lighting in here does not do it any justice, so I'm using my phone lighting. It looks dry, but honey, I'm gonna show y'all in the pot. It is juicy, okay? There's enough sauce on there and all that. It's probably too much meat for the amount of sauce. I mean, for the amount of pasta I use, what I put on the plate, but this was just for presentation purposes. So I'm about to make a video for Instagram real quick, then I'm gonna come back and do a taste test with my cousin. So this is the final product. Look at this plate, y'all. Thumbnail. So yeah, me and my cousin were about to taste it for the first time. You taste it first. I'm gonna let you taste it first. Go ahead. Okay. She's not gonna be on camera because she's doing her hair right now, so. Yes, you gotta get the chicken with the sauce and all that, okay? It's good. Yeah. Y'all should see her face right now. I wish whatchamacallit. Right now, I think like I got too much meat on my plate because I didn't put that much noodles, but I did this for presentation purposes, y'all. I'm honestly probably not even gonna eat all of this, but gotta get some noodles and a piece of meat. Things I did that is good, y'all. Especially for the first time. I will be making this again. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was semi-informal. Again, don't come for me in the comments. Don't try to check me in the comments. This was so fun. And at the end of the day, it tastes good. Like, what can y'all really tell somebody about the way they cook if at the end of the day they didn't come out good? Like, y'all not here to taste it. I'm letting y'all know it's good though, so yeah, that's that on that, period. But again, if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure your post bell notifications are turned on so you are notified when you upload a video. Also, follow me on Instagram at K.SHANTRICE because Instagram saw it first, hunty, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.